from Underwood Field here on the campus of Blair Academy in Blairstown, New Jersey. Welcome to Strive's presentation of Blair Buccaneers Athletics, as today the boys soccer team at 4-0-1 battles a 3-3 squad from the Princeton Day School in PDS. Hello everyone, alongside Simon Rosenwasser, I'm Matt Nelson. So glad to be back with you here at Blair for the first time since May, where we witnessed a phenomenal matchup between Blair and Petty in girls lacrosse. Simon, Blair coming in 4-0-1, a much better squad from a year ago where they only had 4 wins overall.
Yeah, it's the best start for a Blair soccer team in 13 years. We've got a third-year head coach in Matt Nall, but let's take a look at some of the notes from this Blair soccer team thus far. As you see, as we take a look at these notes here, they are 4-0-1, best start in 13 seasons. 2014, Matt, 4-10-3. They're 1-5 against Princeton Day School since 2009, but do have the edge on paper, you would say, just looking at the records coming into this game. Defeated Paquanac 6-1 on Tuesday, and they're yet to trail in a game in 2015, so an excellent start to the season for the Blair soccer team.
They've been in ties at least once already this year in a 2-2 game against the Pennington school earlier this year, but now here they are against the PDS school that's actually a little bit banged up. A couple of kids right now on the disabled list. One kid is out with an ACL injury. And for Blair, they are definitely well prepared for this game, a much better squad from a year ago.
Yeah, let's take a look at the starting lineups for Blair, and we take a look at some of the guys sitting on the bench there. Some of the guys there will likely be playing in the game today, so let's take a look at who will be starting first for each team. Well, for Blair, as you take a look, we've got Akram Ayan. He's number 9, the forward. And then, Matt, you can take us through the rest of the starting lineup.
Sorry, I'm trying to see through the computer. Sina Nodeyu will be the other starting forward. Jiriseva Jinda, the left mini, along with Okpoye, look out for him. Corio and Frick, the other midfielders. Lehman, Sable, Patterson, Sobi are the backs. Mike Iacano in the cage for the Blair Buccaneers. Iacano committed to Haverford next year.
And one of these guys is going to be our Strive Spotlight for today, as we'll take a look at that. And here he is.
Akram Ayan, a junior out of Hackettstown, New Jersey, leading the way with 7 goals and 4 assists on the season. He's already scored multiple games 3 times this year, and during the summer he played with New Jersey ODP, that is Olympic Development Program, basically a youth soccer league during the summer, similar to that of maybe summer collegiate baseball, Simon.
Yeah, so he didn't play football, or he played football last year, didn't play for this squad, so he might be looking to increase his chemistry thus far into the season. But taking a look, 7 goals on the season thus far. He has been on fire to start, and he's a big reason why this Blair team has had such a successful start to the season.
As we mentioned, he scored multiple goals 3 times this year, and he's looking to add to that number here today in Blairstown, New Jersey. Again, we're so happy you can be with us here on a Saturday afternoon. The sun is trying to peek its way out of the clouds just off to our left as you see the PDS squad in their final team huddle. This is a PDS squad 3-3, coming off a 3-0 loss at the hands of the Petty School just a few short days ago. And they are a team that last year went 11-6-3. But this year's been a little bit different in terms of how they've started. So both teams ready to take the field. Petty is in, or rather PDS, in the road blue tops with the white shorts. Petty going all white here this afternoon. Blair going all white here this afternoon. So it's the battle of the blue and white here at Underwood Field. There's a look at the goalkeeper for PDS, Ryan Sparks. He's made 30 saves on the year for the Panthers. PDS will kick it off here. And we are underway from Underwood Field. PDS working it back now, as they send it out to Peter Sanderson, a senior. And work it back to Kevin Hagan. Chris Chai near the sideline. Sanderson, and now Noam Jacobi.
Patience to start here for PDS.
Cody Oslander, as PDS continues to try and work it back, and now they're going to send one back to the goalkeeper in Sparks, who plays this one out.
Good pressure there by Blair Academy, and an early test for the keeper as he had to make a quick decision on that one to get that ball away with his left foot.
Off the throw, and it's headed away by Donovan Davis. They worked their way down the sideline, and intercepted by number 13, Enzo Okpoye. We get a whistle and a foul called against the Buccaneers. Rather, against PDS. Blair moving from right to left here in half number 1, while PDS will go from left to right. This is Nodehu, the Chinese native, taking the free kick as he sends this one deep and over the head, but just wide of the goalkeeper, Sparks.
Yeah, how about that? An early chance there for Blair Academy. See if we can pot up this replay here.
It was an excellent look from Nodehu. Just sends it wide. Off the corner kick, there's a shot and a goal for Blair. And it's 1-0 with 37:50 left. Wasn't sure as to who made the shot.
Come on, Ekrem. Gotta be there, bud.
And we were on that replay while during that corner kick, so we had a little bit tough time. But here's the replay of it, if we can see.
Check that. They actually did not count it.
They didn't count the goal, huh?
No.
All right, well, that's good, because that means we didn't miss it.
Just missed a corner kick. Shy sends it out of play. It'll be Blair throwing, as PDS might have been a little bit confused right there. Headed away by Davis. And here's Ayan. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing his name incorrectly. Ball out of play, and with 37 minutes left, this will go to PDS. Fletcher sending this one towards the near sideline. Keeping it in play is PDS, and it's sent out of bounds by number 10, Owen Patterson, the Andover, New Jersey native. It's going to be a foot race down the sideline. Nodehu shaking off defenders. The give and go, but knocked out of play by Davis. Jira Sevajindo tried to make the goal for Blair instead of a corner kick 4 minutes in.
Come on.
Their second corner in as many minutes, as Jira Sevajindo will take it. The Thailand native sends this one deep, and it's over the head of everyone. But Stephen Frick there to make the save. Flag in the air. They say offsides on Frick. It's going to set up a Davis free kick. No score here in the early minutes of this contest. Davis sends a line drive. Now Davis sends it again. CJ Uchi, number 17, also in there to try and counteract. It's sent down for Connor Fletcher, who was in a contest right here. Knocked out of play by John Corio, the Blairstown native.
Hey, that's good pursuit by the defense of Blair. He had 4 defenders there, and really just no help for PDS. Good compact defense by Blair.
We get a whistle, and they're going to say PDS ball. Well, Blair had some opportunities over the last few minutes. PDS is trying to do the same here as Iacano, the Switzerland native, will take the goal kick and send this one across midfield. Off the head of Nodeu. Shy sends a bender out to Hagen. And now here's Jira Zivadjinda. Tongue twister right there. Nodeu just in front of us, and that one was near out of bounds. Now they blow a whistle and said Nodeu last touched it. Peter Sanderson, the senior, will throw it in. This one is to CJ Yushi. Trying to fend off a defender and sent it out to Oslander. Oslander sends it deep. Off the head. That was Nodeu. Sable knocks it out of play. They say Blair, check that PDS throwing. Shot saved by Mike Iacano. Now Iacano will bide his time and will kick this one away, since he's outside the 18. Across midfield, off the head of Davis. Now they play it to Adam Sobey, the Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania native, who grew up just about 30 minutes away from Blairstown. Now here's an opportunity. Jira Sivajinda was in a battle there with Sanderson, who knocked it out of play. And Jira Sivajinda will take another corner. And this one is in for a goal. This one will count. Sena Nodeu makes it 1-0 with 32:04 to go.
Yeah, so they had an almost goal on a corner kick earlier on that was taken away, and a great ball there, as we can get a replay here. Just a beautiful ball at the back post. As here it is, and that's tough. I mean, that is just a perfect ball placed and a good finish to boot.
Blair looking to add to their lead. Remember, they have yet to trail in a game this year. They've been involved in a tie. That was with Pennington earlier this year that went as a 2-2 final. Gibson sends it out to the middle of the field for Luke Franzoni. Now here's Davis. Check that. That was Cody Oslander. And now Nodeu. Frick in a drag race with Davis, and both players to the floor. Last touch. They're going to say goal kick for PDS. Check, it was actually a foul against Frick. This is Divan Davis for the free kick. A sophomore who has 1 assist on the season for the Panthers. Located just about 90 minutes south in Princeton, New Jersey. We get a player nearly down. That was Enzo Okpoye, the Nigerian native, number 13. And now Blair will set up for a direct kick.
Certainly an international cast of characters on this Blair team. Got
Lots of players
talent from all over the world.
You've got China, you've got Nigeria, you've got Switzerland, you've got Thailand. Got it all. PDS down 1-0 as we are 30 minutes away from halftime. Iacono coming out. He slides and makes the save. Right now, the only college commit on this Blair team heading to Haverford College. That's literally about 2 minutes away from the Haverford school. And at the other end, Sparks makes a nice save off the header of Nodeu, who has the only goal of this contest for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, that was a fantastic transition to go from keeper to keeper, from Blair's keeper to Princeton Day's keeper, and Blair turning some defense into offense very quickly.
Blair trying to add to their lead here. But it's poked away by Oslander as he knocks the ball away from Ekramayan, who's from nearby Hackettstown, New Jersey. Ayan sends this one off the head of Nodeu. Broken up right there by Franzoni, and it'll be Blair throw-in. Blair with some excellent opportunities to score here in the early moments. And now PDS will throw it in, trying to even the score. Check that, it'll be a free kick. And the goalkeeper Sparks, who's made 30 saves coming in, will take it for the Panthers. Sparks season high in saves, 10 at Hamilton West on September the 18th. He's also a baseball player. Thought we had a whistle there. It might have been from another game. Speaking of games, it's basically PDS versus Blair in almost every sport you can imagine besides football today. Opportunity for Blair as Davis breaks it up and sends it out of play. PDS is playing Blair in girls soccer, boys soccer, field hockey, even playing each other in girls tennis, I believe junior varsity tennis as well. All here on the campus of Blair Academy. Bucks send this one, rather PDS sends this one out. Blair will throw it in again. Sobey sends this one deep, trying to go a give and go, as Gibson brings it back to Sparks. Sparks biding his time and sends this one deep past midfield, off the head of Okpoye. Gibson going one-on-one with Okpoye, who breaks it up. Okpoye down the sideline, racing towards the goal. Okpoye in a double-team situation. He puts his hand up in the air, and it was a good call because it will be another corner kick for Blair. And again, Matt Gira-Sivaginda will take it from the near side.
Third corner kick for Blair. They've scored on two of them. Oh, another great ball and a great stick of the hands by the goalkeeper of Princeton Day.
Sparks with a nice leaping catch. Looks like Gira-Sivaginda is really bending those corners.
I said 2 goals for Blair. Of course, that first goal was called back. So
right.
1 goal on the board for Blair off corners.
Here's an opportunity here for the Panthers. Hagan out to Gibson. And now the pass play is broken up by the Blair defense. Off the head of Davis. And they say out of bounds. It will be PDS. Looks like a free kick. Our viewpoint is blocked slightly, so we'll have to look
looks like
at the view.
Definitely a free kick for PDS here.
Peter Sanderson, the senior, who scored once on the year, to take the free kick. As the Panthers looking to even this up. And that one's going to be sent in play. We had a whistle. I believe that's going to be offsides on the Panthers.
Not the best opportunity for PDS just yet.
And so Iacono, the senior, will take the free kick. A 2-year starter for this Buccaneers squad. Pass midfield, and it's off the head of Sanderson. Fletcher the two-sport athlete who also plays lacrosse. And now, Jacoby, we get a whistle. Check that, no whistle. Might have been from their game.
Yeah.
We have a lot of games
going on.
There's
so many games in this general area too. So it's probably not just going to be us that's confused by the whistles coming from all over, but we'll see some players stop too, I'm sure.
For the record, PDS and Blair don't have a day where they compete against each other in a variety of sports. That's more of a Blair Petty Day, as it's referred to out in the Maple League. One of the biggest rivalries in all of not just prep sports, but also high school sports. We hope to see both Blair and Petty play each other later on in the season.
And we certainly will. We've got that football game covered November 7th between Blair and Petty. It's the last Maple League football game of the season.
That one in Hightstown at the Petty School. Jirasiv Agenda giving it to the junior John Corio.
Great
Corio,
ball.
nice job getting rid of it quickly, but PDS gets it right back, and here is Sanderson. Shy sends it, trying to go a give and go to Hagen, and Hagen, no, just wide, but it's still in play.
That's great keeping right there by the goalkeeper for Blair Academy, Mike Iacono. He came out, he cut off that angle, and he got a hand on it. There was just nowhere to go with that ball. And Iacono making himself large.
And surprisingly enough, he's only made 3 saves all season long coming into this game, yet he's a 2-year starter.
Well, when you got a coach in Matt Nall who made a living for himself as a goalkeeper at Wesleyan University, he was a 3-year player. He was a phenomenal goalkeeper. He was the captain of that Wesleyan team. That bodes well for your goalkeeper, that your coach had such great experience at such a high level.
It'll be a throw-in for Kobe Oslander, the freshman. As Oslander boots this one away, and it'll be Blair throw-in. We mentioned Matt Nall. Previously a head coach at the University of New England, D3 school up in New Hampshire, and an assistant at Williams College. Oh, by the way, for the Blair faithful listening right now, you might know the name Lauren Vostel. She was on the girls' basketball team the last 4 years. She's at Williams. That's basically the Ivy League school of Division III because they're one of the smartest schools in the country.
You know, and we got a chance to talk to Matt Nall before the game. This was a few days ago, and we were able to sit down with him for an interview, and we're going to play some of that interview here right now. Let's hear him talking about this team and how this being his 3rd year.
Absolutely. I think, we came in, and tried to change the culture, which is obviously a process that takes some time. And now we've gotten in the players that we want in our program. We've developed guys. And we continue to raise our level of expectation year by year, and the guys, to their credit, have really met that challenge and have embraced what it is that we want to do as a program, and in terms of what we want to achieve together. Absolutely, I think we came in and tried.
So there you go, Matt Nall in his 3rd year here has started to feel really comfortable at the helm of this program. You mentioned the record last year, Matt, not too impressive, but this year this team has come out on fire, and the big reason why is Matt Nall has given some consistency to this program.
A more experienced program than that of recent years. And against PDS, they're only 1-5, lifetime since 2009. You can throw that stat away for at least for this game, based on how the Buccaneers have performed. Sparks will send this one high and deep past midfield, as the Buccaneers let that one go out of play. Off the quick throw-in, down the sideline, and trying to save it is Davis. They say he did touch it, and the Bucks will throw it in. 20:15 to go in the game clock. 1-0 Blair off a goal from Sina Nodeu, the Chinese native who scored with 32:04 left in the first half off a corner kick from Matt Jirasiv. Credit him on the assist, by the way. His 2nd assist of the season. One player down. That's Okpoye. He gets up without any assistance, and now Sparks will have a goal kick off the miss by the Buccaneers. Ekram Ayan in the pitcher as Sparks sends this one right about to midfield. They say a whistle against the Buccaneers might be on Corio here. Now our game clock is very similar to that of what you would see in professional soccer when you watch live television, but the clock that we look at on the scoreboard here at Blair is actually counting down while we count up.
And it's just a result of these scoreboards being manufactured in the United States, where soccer is that big.
PDS trying to even the score. They trail 1-0. As looks like Franzoni out of the double team, a whistle is blown. And it'll be Blair ball here. Not sure for what reason that is. But Iacano will take the free kick and back it up. As we approach the 23rd minute of play. That one will be likely settled by Corio rather, and instead it'll be, Blair ball, Corio the throw-in. PDS with the interception. Here's Fletcher. And a player down.
A lot of contact there, no call. Unless they are calling a stoppage.
Yeah,
now.
they did call a stoppage. One man slow to get up. That might be, can't tell who that is actually. PDS, the quick throw in here.
Okay, so no foul though. And some of the PDS players claiming there would have been a penalty shot as it was in the box. So perhaps Blair dodging a bullet there. But they're not out of the woods yet, as Princeton Day School has a good opportunity here with what looks like an upcoming corner.
And it will be. Divan Davis will take it. PDS has been plagued by a couple of injuries on the season. One kid out with a torn ACL. Jack Amaral is also hurt. A lacrosse stud. Two-sport athlete. But last year, they were actually in a very similar hole. They were plagued by injuries, then won in a row. They were able to make themselves one of the best teams in Mercer County. So it's not indicative that they can do it again. As a nice save, Iacano dives for it and comes up with it. They say a whistle, I believe. You get one more look at the...
Look at this. I think
the Iacano save.
Yeah, there was a player over there, the one with the yellow cleats. I couldn't see the number. But
in blue.
Yeah, in blue. And he didn't touch the ball because I believe he was in an offside position.
Might have been Davis.
Still Princeton Day with a glorious opportunity and a good job by Iacano. He has played solid thus far with good reactions to get right out there and make the save.
Nonetheless, Iacano the free kick across midfield, and it's off the head of Sanderson, and right away another whistle. It was away from the ball, might have been on Uche, number 17. And so another opportunity for Blair. Owen Patterson, the junior center back, on the free kick. Give and go attempt, a header just wide. No Dayu again trying to go for two.
What a useful ball that was. We take another look.
Watch No Dayu come in. Well, actually, you don't really see him. It's after he heads the ball before he comes into frame. But another good opportunity right there for the Bucks, putting a lot of pressure on PDS in the defense. And here's Nodeo again. Shy attempt right there. Might have been deflected by Jacobi. And Nodeo watches this one roll out of bounds. And so PDS will look to reset. They've had some opportunities, as we've seen in recent minutes. Ryan Sparks on for the goal kick. The junior. And he will kick this one past midfield. Gibson. And now Buccaneers looking to set up another play here, potentially. Jacobi. Back to, that was 13, Oslander. Down the sideline goes Hagen. Trying to get out of the double team. 2 men down, including Hagen. No whistle. Here's Hagen again. Shy saves it from going out of play. Clears it. It is off the head of Franzoni. Patterson, however, sends it away. And can get out of play over our heads is Jacobi. That one's going to go on the track. And so they will get a brand new soccer ball ready to go.
Good idea there, try to play the through ball down the left flank. Just didn't have enough on it. That was played with a little bit more steam into the corner. Could have been a good opportunity for Blair. Still, they managed a throw in here.
J.C. Lehman to take the throw in, the Branchville, New Jersey native. And it's off the head of a Blair player. Not sure who that is. I've actually lost my original roster, so all I have is a spine chart. Forgive me on that. Frake sends a pass intended as Koryov tried to make the Shy attempt. It went wide. And so Sparks will again have a goal kick coming up. 13 minutes left, half number 1. It's 1-0 Blair off a header from Sena Nodehue in the 8th minute. That coming off a corner from Matt Girasevagenda. And that one's going to go out of play. Blair looking to go 5-0-1 in the year. They come in with 4 wins, equaling their total from last year. They lost 10 games and also were involved in 3 ties. And it looks like PDS will take the throw in here. Oslander gets rid of it quickly. And now here's Stephen Frick. Sends this one intended for AN. But it is broken up by Jacobi. And onto the JV baseball field. At least part of it. Jacobi. And it is off the back of A-hand, might have been. Jacobi trying to play Keyboy now. And it is stopped by Corio. Okpoye sending it away, and now off the head of Jacobi again. There's an attempt by Corio. Played it off a bounce, but just kicked it wide right. Approaching 11 minutes left, half number 1 here at Underwood Field. Sparks for the goal kick and sends a line drive off the head of Oslander. Shy sends this one up. Check that. It was out of play, but they call a whistle before that, and it'll be PDS free kick. So Davis might be taking this one as he looks to set up the ball and its positioning here. Instead, it'll be Peter Sanderson to take it. Panthers looking to even things up here. And Sanderson sends one deep off the head of a Buccaneer player. And it looks like someone is double teamed from PDS. Racing to save it from going out of play is Kobe Gibson. Looks like it'll be Blair ball. Might be a goal kick here. And it will indeed be a goal kick for Mike Iacano. Over the head of almost everyone. There's a chance, but Sparks quickly picks it up. Frick almost got it past him and made it 2-0. Franzoni and Yuchi in there. Yuchi saves it from going out of play. Bucks get it right back. Here's a give and go. A-N, but Sparks, we get a whistle as he kicked it away. They say, I believe, off sides maybe on Blair?
Yeah, tough to tell. It was right in front of the far line judge, so.
Nonetheless, Sparks will take the free kick with 8:40 left. And across midfield, Franzoni. Now Sanderson, and this one going out of play. Sanderson potentially to take the throw-in. He was not happy when one of the Blair players decided to kick it right by him. And PDS again will throw it in. Now check that. Blair will throw it in. And now it'll go right back to PDS. Sanderson the throw-in. Off the head of Davis. Coming in for Blair, Sobey breaks it up and sends this one to one of the line judges. Sanderson, the throw-in. Broken up by Oslander. PDS trying to capitalize, make this an even 1-1 game. Blair with control in terms of the lead. And Hagen watches that one go out of play.
Here comes Noda Ahu for Blair coming back in, replacing Ekram Ayan. So two of the starting forwards substituting for each other.
This is Patterson. It's a line drive off the chest of a PDS defender in Oslander. And Sable watches that one go out of play. Poirier. And a flag in the air. They're going to say Blair throwing, I believe. And Sobey will take this one. Jacobi. And broken up by the Blair defense in JT Layman, rather. Blair with a chance off the chest of Gibson. And right into the feet of Yuchi. Franzoni. And it's broken up by the Bucks defense. That was Sable. Now off the head of Davis. Shy. Stopped by Lehman. They're going back and forth over these last couple of minutes or so. And that one's going to go out of play. Blair will have it on the goal kick. What do you think PDS has done well so far in this first half?
Well, they've stayed resilient. They've had a few chances. Blair started hot and they controlled possession for the first 15, 20 minutes or so. But since then, PDS has had a few chances to get back on the board, and they've forced Iacono to make a few saves. So I would say their persistence has been pretty good.
One man down. They say a legal kick for Stephen Frick. He was down on the ground and kicked it. You can't do that in soccer, folks. And now Iacono slides and makes a nice save. Keeps it away from, looks like Connor Fletcher, number 24.
Iacono showing his soccer IQ, and that's priority number one for a goalkeeper. You want to have height, and that's always a plus. But if you've got height and you don't have the soccer IQ, then you won't be an effective goalkeeper. And Matt Nall, he was known when he played at Wesleyan to have a good soccer IQ, to be able to recognize when a deep ball was being played to the keeper, to know to come out and cut it off. And that was a good job by Iacono to do so, and he showed that a few times here in this first half.
Fletcher trying to play keep away, goes right back to Blair, however. I believe that's Kim, number 2. And it's sent away by Patterson. Right to Nodeu. And Nodeu's going to watch this one roll out of bounds towards a couple of fans. And with about 3:20 left, a couple of subs coming in, one for each side, including a sub for Blair. And a sub, not sure who that is for the Buccaneers. Looks like for PDS, might be Donovan Davis, who will be ready to come in on whenever PDS gets possession back. John Corio will have his first corner of the afternoon. Now it looks like they're going to let the sub come in for PDS, and they will. Hagen will check out. Donovan Davis will check in. And now Corio will take the corner kick on the whistle. Here we go. Sends it out to Sobio as it intercepted by the PDS defense. Nice job by Davis to break it up. Diego Garcia, 18, racing out of bounds to Patterson. And now the Bucks send it out of play. Should be PDS throwing with 2 minutes left.
Yeah, that was the fourth corner by Blair here in this first half. The first three you saw went within the 6-yard line. That one went to the top of the 18 and defended easily by PDS.
Note on our clock, it's currently not accurate because the clock on the Blair scoreboard has stopped with 2 minutes left. So it'll be up to the referees as to when the half will conclude. That's how you do it here at Blair.
Well, that's how they do it in soccer everywhere, really. The referee has the ultimate time, and any scoreboard, whether it's on the TV broadcast or whether it's in the stadium, is unofficial. The referee is the only one that's got the official time, and that's the case right here.
Here's a chance for Blair. One-on-one. Player down. Make that 2. The one for PDS was Davis, and they quickly get it off. Okoye to Nodeu. He shoots. It's deflected by Sanderson. Whistle. And I believe they're going to say PDS ball. And again, our clock was supposed to stop at 40 minutes, but it will be up to the refs as to when the first half will end. And Sparks will take this free kick. Might be the last of the half. Might not be. We'll find out in a matter of moments. And now they're going to talk to one of the players from Blair. That's Okpoye. A warning right there. Sparks sends this one deep past midfield, off the head of a PDS player. Now a whistle and a foul against Blair. And PDS trying to waste no time with this one. It'll be Chris Chai for the free kick. Check that. He will set it up for Peter Sanderson.
Yeah, might as well take your time here. This is a great opportunity with a kick in the attacking.
Sanderson. And it's off the head of a Blair defender. That was JT Laman, number 21. Now Blair will have an opportunity to counteract. And now a yellow card is being issued. Chris Chai with the first yellow card of the afternoon. And he will come out for a few minutes. Mike Iacano on the free kick. And again, we don't know if this is the last play of the first half or not. There's Chai as he gets his water. Obviously frustrated with the way PDS has played here in the opening session. Iacano sends it deep into a pack of players. Over the head of everyone, and now, ooh, an opportunity! And just over the goalpost.
Oh, what a save there.
Ooh, if you're PDS, you can definitely breathe a sigh of relief on that.
Yeah, you go into the locker room down by 1 goal. It's one thing, but to go down by 2 is tough to handle. I tried to get that replay, but not happening.
No worries. And the winning moments, again, the clock at Blair has stopped with 2 minutes left, so it will be up to the refs. And speaking of which, there's the end of half number 1. Blair going in the locker room with a 1-0 lead, courtesy of Sena Nodeyu, who scored a header off a corner kick from Matt Girasevichinda just 9 minutes in. It's 1-0 Blair. We'll step aside and come back just a few short minutes for half number 2 right here on Strive. Back here at Underwood Field, or on the campus of Blair Academy in Blairstown, New Jersey, alongside Simon Rosawasser, Matt Nelson here with you as we get ready for second half coverage of Blair and PDS here in boys soccer. It's the Buccaneers with a 1-0 lead off an early header from Sena Nodeyu. That came off a corner of Matt Girasivagenda early on with 3:2:04 to go. PDS had their opportunities, but Simon, they only had one corner kick in that first half.
Yeah, they had one corner kick. They did have a few decent opportunities, and this guy played a phenomenal first half, Mike Iacono. He really didn't have to make any sensational saves, but the reason he didn't have to make any sensational saves is because he cut the team off before Princeton Day was able to get any good opportunities. So Iacono pitching a clean sheet thus far.
And speaking of Nodeyu, he will begin things off for the Bucks along with Ekram Ahan. Blair will have the opening kickoff to start the second half, and we'll go from left to right. We're underway here in half number 2. 40 minutes. Go on the game clock. Ostlander. And working it back now to Franzoni. Shy sends it out of play. Racing over to try and save it was Jacob Sudel, who actually spells his first name Jakub. So here is Iacono, as you mentioned, Simon. Didn't get a whole lot of saves in that first half, but that's because Blair did a lot of offensive work. And he sends one deep past midfield off the head of Okpoye. And now Davis sends one over the head off the chest of Hagen. Franzoni, and it's broken up right there by, looked like that was Lehman. Fletcher. And sends it out of play. And again, Iacono will take the goal kick. One more look. It was a shot from Shy, but a little too much oomph in that kick, if you would. So Iacono's going to send this one right towards midfield. Coming in for the header is Okpoye, and Okpoye is whistled for the foul. Just underway here in the second half, 1-0 Blair off a header from Sena Nodeyu in the 9th minute of play. And now Peter Sanderson to take the free kick from just inside of midfield. Off the head of Shy, and Iacono comes in for the save. So Iacono's going to bide his time, and he'll kick this one away. And PDS trying to save it. They do. That was Davis, and a couple of players go down. A vicious hit. One man down for PDS. That is Fletcher, and he is holding his right buttocks down in pain. Clock is still rolling here at Blair as Fletcher is up, and he appears to be all right. So now PDS looking to set up a free kick. Should be a direct free kick. And it looks like Frick and Nodeyu will play as the brick, the two-man brick that you see, in front of Sanderson. Referee backs up both players, and Sanderson looks to send this one in. Sanderson, a little chip shot off the head. That might have been off Hagen. Out of play, they rule Blair ball.
PDS claiming that was a goal kick. A good 50-50 ball there in the attacking third. Won by Blair. Their defense has been stout thus far.
Iacono on for the goal kick. 36-10 left, half number 2. It's still 1-0 Blair. coming in 4-0-1 and coming off a 6-1 win over Pequannock right here at home earlier in the week. One tie against Pennington that was a 2-2 game back on September 12th. PDS off a 3-0 loss at Petty, Mercer County rivals in Hightstown. And oh, by the way, Petty is on a very long road trip. It started back on September 15th, a 3-0 loss at Pennington.
You mean Princeton Days on a
PDS, rather, yes. And it ends on the 29th at the Hill School in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Knocking it out is Lehman. Now PDS looks to get themselves another opportunity here.
This has been all PDS here in the second half. A really good response by them here out of the locker room. After giving up an early goal, they've really been quite even with this Blair team. Not a tremendous amount of great chances really for either team. It's been a game that's been primarily played in the midfield.
Yeah, Malcolm Murphy, the head coach for PDS, hopefully giving a good chat to his group at halftime. Hoping to get them re-energized and fired up for this second half. And they've had their opportunities thus far. Going back to this PDS road trip. 6-game road trip that started at Pennington. And it ends later on this month at Hill. Oh, by the way, this includes 3 games against Maple League schools. For the record, PDS is not a Maple League program. They're essentially an independent team. They don't play any particular schools every year. Now that said, yes, they play Blair, they play Pennington, they play Petty every year, but they're not in a conference where they have to play each team every year. Ryan Sparks with the goal kick off the head of John Corio. And speaking of PDS, we'll be back 1 week from today. They'll play host to Lawrenceville back in Princeton for a doubleheader. The girls at 2:30, the guys at 4:30. Right here on Strive, Simon and I will have the call for you 1 week from today. It looks like the Bucks will have a free kick from right along the edge of the white chalk.
Not a fun place to have a free kick from.
No, not at all. It'll be Patterson to take this kick. And it's a line driver that will stay in play off the chest of one of his teammates that looked like Okoye. Check that, it was actually Nodeu. PDS, the quick throw in. Fletcher, the blue number 24, out of play. They say Blair throw in. And Lyman will take it. CJ Uchi sends this one, trying to go for Fletcher, but it's not going to play. Nice sliding kick by Patterson. And it'll try and reset PDS to see what they can do here to try and even this contest. And remember, folks, Blair is yet to trail the game this year. They've been in a tie with Pennington, but that was it. They've controlled their own destiny from the start of the season. Mike Iacano for the free kick. And he will send this one across midfield off the head of Uchi. A foul called, I believe it is against that player, CJ Uchi, number 17 in the blue and white. Jacob Sudel sends this one off the head of a PDS player. Blair looking to reset. Jirasivaginda. Tongue twister right there, folks. The Thailand native, number 7, responsible for the assist off the goal of Sena Nodeyu early in the first half to give Blair a 1-0 lead. That's where we stand right now. Laminin for the throw-in. Alongside the flag. That one knocked away by Jacobi. As PDS trying to find a way to clear this ball. And now setting it out is Stephen Frick.
Yeah, good idea there to try to get it wide, and then presumably that ball would have come into the middle, but Frick just a little bit too much, and that goes out of bounds.
Now PDS finally clears it away. Keeping it in is Hagen. Trying to slide is Patterson. Hagen sends this one a little too high and out. And Iacano will probably take this goal kick again. It was a nice thought for PDS. Just a little too much oomph. One more look. So now Iacano again with the goal kick. As we are into the 11th minute. One man down as Nodeyu was banged up, number 17 in the white. And now Patterson will take this free kick from just inside midfield. The Andover native grew up not too far away from Blair. Sent this one to Jacob Sudel. Couple players down. We play on as Fletcher looks to clear it and send it towards Hagen. And Jirasivaginda watches that one go out of play. Should be PDS throw-in. They trail 1-0 here in the second half. Looking to go above 500. They come in 3-3, PDS does. Then give Blair their first loss of the year. A foul. This will go against PDS as Okpoye was knocked hard to the ground. And again, Patterson for the free kick. High and deep off the header of someone, not sure who. Now a whistle.
No, I don't think that was a head. That was a punch by the goalkeeper, and a great one at that. That's good aggressive keeping there. That prevents a chance. Let's see if we can take another look here.
Sparks will take this free kick. Here's the replay. Nice job.
Yep, there's the punch.
Trying to clear it is Sudel. He will, only for a moment. Sobe, Corio, and Lamont sends it out to Ahan. There's actually 2 Ahans on this Blair squad. We haven't seen number 4. That's Karam Ahan. But his older brother, Ekram, has done most of the work thus far for the Bucks.
Yeah, he scored in 4 of 5 games that they've played. Still hasn't gotten on the board in this one. But he'll take a 1-0 lead for his squad.
PDS trying to even the score. Okpoye. Whistle, and they say foul against PDS. Okpoye is down with his hands on his eyes.
See if we can take another look at that injury there. Here we go. happens right about here.
Oof.
And may have just gotten poked in the eye there.
Not sure who that was from VDS, but Okpoye is up as he walks it off. Patterson for the free kick with 26 minutes left. This is Sudol. Sends it high and deep. Punched away again by Sparks. Nicely done. And here's Patterson to send it deep. Sparks, a clean save. Now Sparks will boot it out. Highest kick we've seen thus far today, by far. Clearing it out is Patterson. Right to Ekram Ahan. Ahan trying to get out of the double team. He knocks Davis down, and a whistle, a foul against Ahan. This will set up a free kick for what appears to be Peter Sanderson, who was taking the majority of those here today. Hagan, one-on-one with Lamont. Lamont trying to send it out. He does, and it will go out of bounds. Sun trying to peek out of the clouds here at Underwood Field. And all around Blair. Sanderson for the throw-in. One player gets knocked down. That was Patterson. Someone's trying to get rid of it. And finally, it's Okpoye. He sends it right to the benches. Sanderson again, the throw-in. Stopped by Fletcher, but it's booted out by Blair. Off the head of Uchi. And they'll say last touch, Matt Girazivagenda. Sanderson the throw-in. Right to Fletcher, who kicks it high in the air. Off the head of a Blair player in Patterson. And PDS will throw it in again. Slowly, trying to approach their way into a scenario where they can find a way to score and even up this game. I think that's one of the things Malcolm Murphy really mentioned to the squad at halftime. Booting it out is Frick. Still in a pack of players. Seems like no one can get away from each other. Seems like Blair and PDS really can't get away from each other. There's a lot of games going on here on this campus today. Boys soccer, girls soccer. You have girls tennis. Got some JV teams in there as well. There's just a lot going on here at Blair today. I'm not sure how many buses PDS actually took to Blair today.
Good question.
Remember, that's a 90-minute drive from Mercer County up to Warren County. Sliding is Patterson. And a flag is up in the air. Let's see what happens. I believe PDS is going to keep it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a throw for PDS here, deep in territory.
A short throw in, and it's illegal. Sanderson had a foot in the air as he released the ball from his hands. He can't do that in soccer. And so it gives it right back to Blair on the throw-in. Off the head of Okpoye. Girazivagenda trying to get in there.
You weren't kidding about that tongue twister, huh?
Oh, boy. It's not worth spelling. Sanderson on the free kick. 21:30 left. Half number 2. 1-0 Blair. Clock you see on your screen is winding up. The clock here at Blair that is not in view is winding down. So here is Sanderson for the free kick. Try to help Blair, PDS tie this game, and Iacano jumps and makes a save.
And he continues to play a solid game here. No rebound, no need to punch it.
And pretty soon, if this game continues to stay 1-0, eventually Blair's going to have to play keep away. We'll see what happens over the next 10 minutes or so. Here's Okpoye down the sideline, trying to play keep away from Gibson. Gibson, however, wins out the battle. Hey, no, that was actually Lyman who sent it into the hands of Sparks. And now Sparks will kick it away. Off the head of Fletcher. Fletcher trying to race toward Iacano, but Iacano there to play it. Iacano wasting no time.
Not wasting a lot of time, Matt.
True.
And of course, as you just mentioned, Blair's got a lot of time to waste. They've got this 1-0 lead, and they'd be content with the game ending this way.
Sudo racing down the sideline and trying to play keep away. That might be Franzoni, number 6. He's listed as 5 on our roster. But PDS will set up this free kick, which will be taken by Davis, as we are past halfway here in the second session. Off the head of Franzoni, but Iacano plays it again.
Yep, more good reactions from Iacone. No hesitation as he saw that ball coming in right on the deflection. That's when Iacone made his move and went to corral that ball.
The Haverford commit sends this one across midfield. Off the head of Okpoye. He kicks it to Sparks, who scoops it up and will send this one out. That one might be headed towards us. Okpoye gets tripped up right there by Gibson. No whistle. A sliding tackle by Okpoye as he takes down Kevin Hagan. And Hagan is down. Okpoye playing some vicious soccer here in the last 30 seconds or so. Now the official is giving him a warning. Or not. There's the card for Enzo Okpoye, and he will have to take a seat. You agree with the call?
Yeah, I mean, that challenge looked like it was from behind. It looked like it was dangerous. It's a yellow card. So I think that is probably the correct card to put out there. Obviously, it wasn't as vicious enough to warrant a red, but you know, safety is always first. And when you're playing a little bit out of control, and Matt, you mentioned that Okpoye has been playing a little bit aggressive, and the referee may be giving him that card not only for this recent foul, but perhaps for that series of aggressive plays in the last few minutes.
I believe this is indirect. Sanderson, number 8, line up outside our shot. Hagan, the 21, is there, and Hagan will take it. Sends it in right to Iacano. Barely any movement from Mike Iacano, who makes another save for the Bucks and prevents Princeton Day School from evening this contest up at 1 goal apiece.
Yeah, there has been absolutely no doubt with Iacano here in this game. Another solid save.
Here's an opportunity. Hagan, 1-on-2. He tried. Oh, he tried so ever dearly. He smacks his right hand on the turf. He had a real good opportunity to make this an even contest. Watch again. I think he went too hard for the ball. Nothing he can do about it. In the 25th minute, it's 1-0 Blair. They're hoping to keep it like that or maybe extend it. Out of our view as we go back to Adam Sobey on the throw-in. PDS trying to clear it. Broken up by the Blair defense. They go back and forth. And now Patterson clears it away. Or rather, Sanderson clears it. And this one's gonna go out. And Blair to throw it in. Racing forward is Sparks. He makes a nice scooping save. And we'll look to send this one away. High and deep. And a whistle looks like a push. Might have been against Lamon. No, they call it against Hagan. Battle of 21s right there, which we've already seen once before. Patterson for the free kick. Here's the end over native. A line drive kick. And that one is going to be picked up by Sparks. 16 minutes left. And Lamon's going to watch this one go out of play. That one off the head of Corio. Quick throw in for Sanderson. Sanderson kicks it high in the air, off the head of Patterson. Okpoye gets rid of it. And we get a whistle. I believe it's a push against PDS. Aham was contemplating the call, making sure it was correct. As Corio gives it to Sobey, now to Okpoye. Sudol. He'll get it back to Nodeyu.
That's good soccer right there. Good ball movement, good crisp passing.
Corio. And now PDS clears it out of play. That was Sanderson who knocked it out. Here's Hagan again. 2-on-2. Give and go. Fletcher shoots. It's just wide. Now, did it go off Patterson? Is the question. It did. They're going to go with a corner kick. Owen Patterson last touched it for Blair. It will set up a corner kick and a desperate one for the Panthers. I believe that's Donovan Davis for the corner kick. And, ooh, just wide. C.J. Uchi knocked it out, but now they're going to say another corner kick. They say last touch Blair. And so here we go again. Davis to set it up. What's going on here? Oh, that's right.
Switch the player.
I was going to say, I'm not sure why he was on the other side.
I see. So he'll get an in-swinger this time as opposed to on the other side it would have been an out-swinger.
Not a good kick right there, as sending it out was Pseudo into a pack of fans, which include the dog. As we play on. And that one's sent out. It'll be a Blair throw and Okpoye racing to get it. Opportunity for PDS, but it's broken up by Will Kim. His first appearance of the second half. And Pseudo clears it. to Nodeyu. He's being pushed around by Oslander, the freshman. You got freshman versus senior. You'd think the advantage would go to Nodeyu in this instance.
And there's Nodeyu taking the ball away and now just shielding on the side, in the corner there. And he wins his team a throw. Well done by the senior.
The Chinese, they have to throw it in. Clearing it is PDS over the head of Hagen, and he will let Patterson take care of this one. Iacano boots it out. One player gets knocked down. That's Chris Chai, number 9. Corio to Frick. Corio again, but this one's going to go into a pack of fans. We are winding it down. 31st minute, 1-0 Blair. Have yet to trail in the game this year. We're going to go to 5-0-1 in the year. At one time was against Pennington early on. And a whistle and a push. They get Sobey on the push as he shoved Kevin Hagen out of his way. So here's Sanderson for a free kick, which he's been taking a lot of them. Nodeyu there to block. And it's off the head of Patterson. Hagen shoots. It's over the goalpost and out of play.
There's a huge opportunity for Princeton Day. That's probably their best opportunity yet, as they had an open shot at the top of the 18. You got to keep that low. Got to get that ball on target if you're Princeton Day and challenge Iacano.
Instead, Iacano for another goal kick. Off the head of Chai. Racing to try and get it is Sobey. And he bends it in. Franzoni trying to get rid of it. He does. And Chai out of the double team. He was able to find Yuchi. That one out of play. PDS quickly to throw it in, as Franzoni will give it off to Oslander. Off the head, keeping it in play was Sobey. Sent out off the head of Will Kim. Hagen. Going down was Lamb, we play on. Kim down the sideline. And there's Sparks to scoop it up. 9 minutes left. Half number 2. 1-0 Blair. An early header from Sena Nodeyu. We get a whistle and a PDS free kick. That header coming off a corner kick from Matt Juris of Agenda in the 9th minute of play. Now Patterson for the free kick. Nodeyu, the only man in that one-man brick. And it's headed away by Blair and Lamont. Patterson now to Gibson. And he sends it to the wrong player. That's Lamont. Franzoni and Lehman going at it. Kicking it out is Lamon. Headed by Gibson. One-on-one with Kim. And again, 21 in the blue and white. Kevin Hagen was going one-on-one with Lamont. We've seen both of those two going at it a lot here in the second half. PDS, there's still time left. Short throw in from Sanderson, and he will send this one out of play. Another opportunity just wasted right there for the Panthers. They're getting a lot of them. I mean, getting a lot of opportunities here in the second half. Just can't capitalize properly.
Yeah, they've had a few. It's certainly true, but you got to give a lot of credit to the Blair defense. They've bended, but they haven't broken. Let's just say. And Iacono has done a phenomenal job between the pipes, but their defense has made it really tough. You know, Princeton Day has had some good balls in the middle, but the defense of Blair has defended well with those 50-50 balls, so they've been very, very good in that back four.
Girosevichino watches that one go out of bounds. Blair to throw it in. We are closing in on what could be keep away time for the Bucks here in the 36th minute. Once the clock here at Blair hits 2 minutes left, it's up to the duration of the refs to determine when this game will end. Blair to throw it in again. And it will be Lamont to do so. A short throw in. They're trying to get rid of it, and now PDS will throw it in. 36th minute, 1-0 Blair. Princeton Day trying to even this score up. And he won the tie 2 for a lead. Lamont kicks it high in the air. Chai was trying to hit it off his head. Instead, it goes to Uchi. Uchi to Gibson. Sent by Lamont. And out of play. Sanderson, quick throw in, wasting no time at all. Off the head again of Lamont. Man on as Shai plays it out. That goes right back to Auslander. Auslander sends it, and applying it on the bounce is Mike Iacono. 5 minutes left. At least on the scoreboard here at Blair. As Iacono sends this one past midfield. Uchi off his head. Lamont. That one went to Sudol. And now Girosevichino. Going one-on-one here with Uchi. Make that a double team for PDS. Nearly a triple team right there. Girosevichino with a chance. They play it back to Sobi. Sliding tackle right there. I believe that was Franzoni. He gets called for a foul. And a chance for Blair to continue playing keep away. 4 minutes left on the Blair scoreboard. This is Patterson, the Andover native. And right there to play it is Sparks. Racing down for it is Poirier right over our heads. Onto the track. PDS is in desperate need of a goal. 3:25 on the game clock. Auslander, and it's off the head of Poirier. Auslander sends it. Stopped by Connor Fletcher, 24. Franzoni trying to play keep away from Corio here. Auslander sends it out off the head of Lamont. Here's a chance, but it's stopped right there. 27 Noam Jacoby had it stopped by the Blair defense. Ball goes out of play. Blair goal kick with 2:45 left on the Blair scoreboard.
Matt, you mentioned before Princeton Day has had some opportunities here, and here's another one. Maybe I came a little too far back. But look at this ball. This is a great ball. Looking far post and good defense. Just winning those 50-50 balls, and then yet another chance, and Blair doing a good job of pursuing after the deflection. So it's been a defensive game for Blair. They had that early goal, but since then it's been their defense that has kept them in this game. Princeton Day has had some opportunities to put the ball in the back of the net, but the Blair Buccaneers, as I mentioned earlier, have just done well in their defensive third.
No, Dayhue was called for a foul here. Sparks sends it deep. It's off the head of Ahan, as PDS is now in danger of potentially losing this game. The clock here at Blair has hit 2 minutes. The refs will determine when this game will end. And a reminder that our next broadcast will be Wednesday. We'll be at Morristown Baird for some field hockey.
And we actually got 3 games in a row at Morristown Baird, their homecoming week. So we'll be doing their field hockey event on Wednesday, which we're looking forward to. Then a doubleheader of soccer on Thursday, and capping it off with Morristown Baird against Butler football next Friday. And then we go back to Princeton Day to see this Princeton Day soccer team playing a doubleheader against Lawrenceville.
Sparks punches it out, sent high and deep. Okpoye stops it not once but twice. Here comes Hagan, but Okpoye gets rid of it quickly. They're going to let Iacano keep it. And now this is going to be keep away time for Blair as long as they have it. We apologize for the technical errors. We are back on live view as sending it away is Okpoye. Juris Virginia gets sent to the ground, no whistle. Now they blow a whistle and rule a foul against the Bucks. And yet, why is PDS contemplating the call? Nonetheless, they have a free kick. They have to hurry to tie this game and avoid going to 3 and 4. Corio. Now Nodeu. Trying to go one-on-one. 17 in the white with Davis in the blue. They go blow a whistle against Blair. They can't believe it.
I think that's the right call, though. You saw the shoulder contact and then the little shove. That's enough for a foul. And here's a good opportunity for PDS, maybe one of their last.
This is Donovan Davis. Not sure if this is the last play of the game, but it will be one of them at the very least. Davis off the head of a Blair defender. This one is going to go out, and Blair will go out with a win. They survive a 1-0 contest against Princeton Day School and go to 5-0-1 on the season. Great defensive play in the second half by Blair, despite a lot of opportunities for PDS in the second half. But they come up with nothing at the end of this one.
Yeah, early goal on that corner kick. Remember that? What was it? About 2 minutes into the game. It looked
9 minutes, actually.
9 minutes into the game was when that goal happened, but then a few minutes before that, Blair had another corner kick that looked like it went in. So from the outset, it looked like Blair came out hot. Their offense had picked up what they have left off with that 6-1 victory their last time out. But then give a lot of credit to Princeton Day. After that first goal, and it looked like Blair was dominating offensively in the first half, they were able to settle down. And Princeton Day, in that second half, Matt, that was, I would say the opportunities were more in Princeton Day's favor than it was for Blair. But give credit to the Blair Buccaneers defense, getting a clean sheet here and coming away with a 1-0 victory.
As mentioned before, Blair going to 5-0-1 with the win. 3 and 4 go PDS. We'll see them next Saturday at home. A doubleheader with the girls and boys, 2:30 and 4:30 respectively against Lawrenceville. Nonetheless, Blair here in this boys soccer contest wins this one 1-0. For Simon Rosawasser and everyone here at Blair Academy for welcoming us here into their campus, Matt Nelson signing off for now. We'll See you Wednesday from Morristown Bear right here on the Strive Network.